tutaongelea siku ingine about spiritual being and circumcision and etc, but it's not, I don't think it's a good thing to do today, in my opinion, not the Bukusu opinion. It's just joy talking. So let's proceed to talk about building of homes. We had actually mentioned it earlier that building of homes is done by women, but tell me about the structures.
The structures, okay. Mostly in the ancient days they used to do the round huts, and then you of course kuna minyasi, grass thatched houses, and then it used to have there's a thing at the top, we call it lusumi, just like a stick.
It's like a stick,
at the top, called lusumi. I don't know how to call it in English. Basically that, though I can then kwa mama ndo walikuwa wanafanya hiyo kazi. As earlier said, women
were the ones behind everything,
behind
the home.
Everything. Yes.
And the houses were made of bricks or mud.
No, mud. The walls were made of, they do first, they chimba mashimo, and then they the way I saw kwetu, I never saw a house. My grandfather never had his own house.
Okay.
Yeah. He had built houses for all his wives. So he could sleep wherever he feels like sleeping. But all of them in the same homestead, by the way. You see now that's...
But Ako too.
One homestead, 3 wives, each with one house. So he could move
sleep
from one
to another. I have also seen that. I know my grandfather had a second wife, but alimuoa later. Hata sisi tulimjua juzi. So, and I know she had her home. My grandmother had her home, and he would visit them once in a while, huku na huko. So that was about building of homes and homesteads. Sawa, education, mko mmeenda shule. By the way, today, let me say today, we are educated. We are
very educated.
In fact,
see from the two of us,
we will not talk about many things, but we know we are educated. But then back then,
my grandmother used to tell me alisoma hadi class 2.
But then why did they say that? Me, my class 3. Wengine class 3.
This one said she alifika class 2, but I'm not. Hiyo class 2 yao si kama hii class 2 yetu. Of course ilikuwa ni ile masomo ya gumbaru. Just being taught basic life skills, ideally.
How to take care of your husband when you get married.
Take care of your cows, your homestead.
And that was that. But I know also somebody accused Bukusus of being the most primitive of Luyas. Primitivity. Kama when the primitive, it's on the farthest.
It will be true to some extent, because you'll find that some things that not everyone ideally has had that opportunity
to leave the village and go and see
be enlightened. So most of them still live in that traditional mentality.
And those who omoka properly and live. Sawa. So last but not least, let's talk about child naming. Wepuhulu is not ours. There's a Wepuhulu. I know a
Wepuhulu for Bukusus. Sad. Children mostly were named after their grandparents. Dead or alive, of course. We allow for both, but mostly actually dead. I will see most of them were dead people. But again, apart from the grandparents bit, of course, naming again depended on the seasons. For example, kama kuna njaa utapata Wanjala for a boy, Nanjala for a girl. Kama kuna mvua utapata Wafla for a boy, na Afla for a girl. Kama amezaliwa njiani utapata Wangila for a boy, na Angila for a girl.
When there's a lot of food,
when there's a Munjikura,
Nasimiu
is when again it's in drought, during drought.
Okay.
Simiyu is drought. So Nasimiyu is a girl.
Oh, Nasimiyu is Simiyu.
Nasimiyu is a girl, Simiyu is a boy.
Joy. Hata sikuwa think about it. na nini? Nanjeho. People were laughing. Nanjofu.
Nanjofu. Those ones.
Njofu is elephant.
Yes. Unless alikuwa mtoto mkubwa.
But we have given birth to big babies. 4.2 and above.
7. There's one over 7 by the way.
7.2 Abusia. I will talk to Samia. Mtuambie my friend. What is amchezi and normal, not ati. Hey. So that's Nanjeho is laughter. So Wanjeho, I don't know.
No, I've never heard of Wanjeho.
But Wanjofu, Nanjofu I've heard.
Yeah.
Those are, I think, ama ni time yenye there were a lot of elephants.
Could be.
Okay. What is the name of a leopard? I know there's a name for leopard.
Ekwenda.
For real? Sidani, I know that one. Any other names that you think of?
Bukusu names?
Yeah.
Engipwe.
For real? Ati Engipwe?
Engipwe si leopard. Engipwe ni inaitwaje?
Buffalo?
Black jackal.
Sungura?
Buffalo. Sungura.
Hamuna.
Wanahabuda. Na kuna ingine chinja hiyo ni ile wachawi wa usiku wanasumbuanga watu nayo.
The night runners, really?
Night runners, chinja. You know, you'll hear things crying in the night.
So you name your child a night runner?
No.
Oh, you just say it. What other names haven't we mentioned? But then they are common. There are many. There are very many names. There are very many names, but if you think we have not mentioned any names that you know about the Bukusus, you can comment down below and tell us your name. Maybe it's a unique one. Wepuhulu is also very unique. Sawa, it's amongst the niche. Now let's finally talk about the last item, which is death. Disco Matanga. Sauti Sol have sung about Disco Matanga. It is real.
Death is again another form of celebration in the Bukusu culture, because
funny enough,
from the day
they like to meet. People really like this, going for funerals.
True. Actually, from the time a person is declared dead, people camp in your home. Watakaa huko. Okay, back then I don't think there were mortuaries, so will not say alipelekwa mortuary, but maybe they had their own ways of preserving the body. So ideally in the Bukusu culture, once a person dies, assume the person is not going to be taken to the mortuary, because then there were no mortuaries. They're allowed to stay for 3 days. So basically 2 nights, and that's like 2 nights. So if you die today, you'll sleep today, you'll sleep tomorrow, and then you can be buried the following day. Reason being, from what I heard, I don't know how true it is, just to make sure that you've really died. It could be a possibility, They could rush to bury you, and that again,
you're still there.
It can be disputed, just a hearsay. Could be a possibility you've not died, like really died, so they give you time to just prove that you died. Then they'll bury you. So even to death, when a person dies, even if they're taken to the mortuary, from the mortuary you have to come and sleep in your house for 2 nights. Yeah. To death. That's what happens in our culture.
Yes, even my dad was.
And then we don't eat. When a person dies, you see, as we interact with the body, we don't shy away from interacting.
Like I was telling my cousin, the touching I did.
Me too. When my grandmother died.
The touching.
We used to go, unachukua kitambaa unapanguza yeye. You look at the body. We interact with the body by the way. We don't let
like oh my God. No.
And when even for the time the person will be lying there in the house, people will be touching and touching and touching and touching. You feel like touching, you open casket, touch it, until
I know.
It's our way of mourning, by the way.
And by then after that, it's like you accept. By the time they put that person in the ground, it's like ulisha accept. Kilio ya mwisho inakuanga when now that person is being buried.
But the time you spend with them after the 2 days they sleep in the house, you get. It's a way of mourning and
acceptance. That's the first stage of accepting.
The person is gone. Other than just
all of a sudden umeingiza haraka amepotea, yani hata unafikira ali travel or what.
So after the 2 days, of course, they are buried, and then Bukusus have a certain culture, the way they bury their dead. if it's a man, there's a way the man is married, there's a direction they face. I think they're supposed to, is it face the gate? Or towards the gate?
Yeah, they face the gate.
Like
they face actually the gate,
like a form of protection. So you're not just buried facing anywhere.
Yeah.
You have to face a certain
direction. Yeah.
Then again, most of the time when they lower the person in the grave, of course that's where they make sure you're facing this direction.
Yeah.
So there are people who will get in and just put you in a certain way before we now, say goodbye. Finally. Yes. And the somebody who has never gotten a child, I understand, they bury huko. Yes.
Koko fence.
Especially women. It's very
or if
bad.
You've never been married or don't have a child.
Or even when you've been married, there's a way they treat women that is not exactly
a good way.
They don't
off.
bury you in the compound the way they'll bury a son.
Yeah.
Basically,
it's like they don't want you, as in they're sending you away such that they no longer want anyone like you again. Even naming, they will not name anyone after you after that.
If it's a woman, you're supposed, a lady, you're supposed to have gotten married. So you're supposed to be married at
Yes,
husband's place, something like that.
Yeah.
So if in the unfortunate event that you have to be buried in your father's compound, they treat you in a not so
nice
you're buried
way.
Along,
fence. Yeah, it's like they want nothing to do with remembering you, and they will not even name anyone after you because they feel like that spirit will follow. Again, somebody else akizaliwa kama wewe, and they don't want that to be in their generation and all that stuff. Where and disco matanga, you've not talked about
disco matanga. As I said, once you die, from the day you die to the day you'll be buried, people will be there. Homestead.
Yeah, wanafunga virago hata neighbor hapa.
Dancing.
And there's a lot of food.
At night there's food. Food has to be there. Food is the constant factor. So they'll come over. At night it's music. People will be dancing. Whether they are celebrating your life or celebrating that you have died, that is now their personal whatever.
Yeah.
But they'll be there ideally. And people like whenever you hear kuna matanga mahali, even people in the village,
you don't know,
they'll go. They will go hiyo usiku nasikia tunaenda matanga kwa fulani. Just to go dance and wine. Disco matanga is real.
It is. It is mpaka ilibidi Sauti Sol waimbe about disco matanga. It's actually a real thing in the Lunje. Not only Bukusus, but I also know these other cultures like disco matanga. Sawa. I guess we are done, guys. We are done. I don't know what you have to say about the Bukusu culture. Thank you so much, Ferris, for talking about Bukusus. I know it's a huge load to carry because Bukusu is a big community, and I think Bukusus are just the Luos of Lunjes. I don't know. But the others can oppose. The Wangas say they're the ones. I'll talk to a Wanga. I'll talk to one of my friends who's Wanga, and I'll hear if they're the Luos of Luya land. So I guess all said and done. If you have not subscribed to my channel, Missy June nataka nini, by the way, you need to subscribe. Please tell them, Ferris. Subscribe and listen to other cultures as well. You get to know, you get to learn about what people used to do kitambo. Yes, right now we are we have become westernized and tumejiendeleza, but you need to know your roots. When you get married, I'm telling you, these things will just show up, and then you'll be like, I don't know nothing about these people. At least when you listen to what we have to say with the people from those cultures, you can get educated, and when you go there, hautakaa tu kama mtu wa kukuja. Exactly. Subscribe and click the notification bell so that when I upload another video, you're able to watch it in good time and be the first one to watch. And it's free, guys. It's free, yeah? So all said and done, until next time, it is goodbye.